Welcome to Empower Hour. Let's get growing. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I am coming to you from the Dominican Republic. I'm here on a deep work retreat. I've been here since Monday. I've taken a few walks on the beach, of course, but I have been just working, and it's been fantastic to have the space to focus and do deep work and to grow and learn and read and do all the things that I love. And I honestly feel like maybe I am not doing as good a job as I can communicating my mission, my purpose. And I talk a lot about how important that is. So one of the reasons I come live here every Friday is because it helps me be a better coach. It helps me reach more people. My ultimate mission in what I'm doing is to help over 1 million people awaken to their purpose, to the highest and best version of themselves. And I truly believe that I have gone through all the challenges that I have in life to be able to help other people get into this kind of space. I believe that business owners and entrepreneurs are the key to helping people get through these times where we see so much suffering, so much anger, so much fear, because we are the leaders, right? We're the doers, we're the connectors. And so the more business people I can influence, and a lot of that influence is going to come through me actually being able to help you grow your business, but in a way that's going to nourish your soul. So today, we're going to talk about harmony and breaking the myth of balance and embracing purpose-driven harmony. Now, look, I can relate. I chased balance for a long time. And quite frankly, I did not do a really good job of that because I wasn't aligned with my purpose. I wasn't aligned with my values. I didn't understand the greater good. I did not understand how to be able to focus in areas of my life that were important for me to grow in and to have my life in such a way, my consciousness, my energy, that other areas of my life are not being neglected. And so finding balance is bullshit, right? Like, it's exhausting. And picture yourself on a tightrope, like all the energy that it takes to keep yourself in perfect balance. To me, that is not fun. That is not freedom. That is not creativity and joy and all the things, all the reasons why we got into business to begin with, right? So we want to create a space to let go of this pressure to balance it all and to step into a life and a business that flows, that's easy, where risks are no longer risks, they're opportunities, because we are so clear on what the next best right thing for us to do is. So I'm asking you, who feels that pressure to balance everything? And then you end up feeling more scattered. You feel unorganized. You feel out of control. Well, the only time we can actually feel out of control, you guys, is when we are so busy seeking control, so busy focusing and working on that illusion which is what it is, of balance, right? Because it's a myth. Balance implies equal attention to all areas at all times. This is very rigid and unrealistic. There are going to be times where in your life, your business needs more attention. There's going to be times in your life when your health needs more attention. There's going to be times in your life where your family needs more attention. And I can go on and on. We all have the different categories that are our priorities. Us business owners and entrepreneurs tend to make the business our number one priority. But I am here to tell you that we can actually still have business be a major priority and not neglect the other areas of our life. So maybe this isn't just a conversation for those who are trying to balance it all, but those of you who have said, F it, I'm just going to focus on my business and that's going to make everything else fall into place. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not true. I spent most of my 28-year career in real estate completely focused on the business. And then I used crutches, like drinking alcohol or binge watching or binge eating to be able to decompress. So what kind of quality time do you think I was having with my family, right? And friends, whatever. So whether or not you've been walking this tightrope of trying to balance, or you just have said, F it, I'm here to talk to you about a much better way, a much more fun and enjoyable way to run your businesses and to actually have businesses that nourish your soul and make your life complete, give you purpose, give you mission. Abraham Maslow, you might know the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Well, he has this quote that I absolutely love. What one can be, one must be. And so this basically is talking about where stress, where anxiety, where depression, where this need to chase and chase and chase comes from. It's because we are not self-actualizing. And self-actualizing does not come about by just focusing and succeeding only on business. Now, that's not to say that we are not going to have times. You guys, I'm here in this beautiful Dominican Republic to work. I will be working probably 80% of the time that I am here. You may say, well, that doesn't sound like balance, but here's the thing. I am here and I am in a place of faith and trust, knowing that all the other areas of my life are fully supported and are being taken care of, regardless of the fact that my full focus right now is on my purpose and my mission and my vision, also known as business. Because my consciousness, my intentions are with all the areas of my life. And I have done the things to make sure that I am going to have quality family time in the near future, and that I am connecting with my family on a deep level, even while I am here, and that I am taking care of myself physically. All my basic needs are met, right? This feeling of burnout and being stretched thin is not something that is occurring to me anymore. And when it begins to get there, I know that I need to reevaluate and make sure that I am in harmony, right? Harmony is the ultimate place. Who feels this tension of trying to balance it all? Be honest with yourself and give it a really good inventory about how out of control are you feeling? How depleted? Where is that burnout arising in your life? Is it testing your relationships? Is it robbing you of your joy? Are you awake at night, stressing out and feeling anxious? Well, embracing purpose-driven harmony is going to be the key to all this. But I'm coming back to say that we need to, or we get to get to a place of harmony. We get to identify the values, understand what our greater good is and our purpose. So we are seeking fulfillment, and fulfillment does mean all areas of your life becoming whole. This is where harmony creates alignment and flow. We're not concerned about equal time in each area. Each part of our life, our priorities, our values, our purpose, our mission support the other. So when we know we're going to be focusing more heavily on business right now, that is because that is going to support my family and all the other things in my life, but not to their detriment. And this can only happen when we are guided by purpose. Harmony then allows us to go all in on what matters without the fear of neglecting other areas. And this is where those habits come in of maybe drinking at the end of the day or whatever kind of not healthy habits we have in order to be. I mean, look, I was completely justified that in having a couple of drinks at the end of the day, or spending my entire weekend binge watching after putting in 60 hours Monday through Friday, right? But this really came out of this guilt or this feeling like I'm out of control or that I'm not hyper focused, and it just caused this sort of like depression when I was done working. I didn't really want to deal with all the other areas of my life because I did not have that harmony and I was neglecting the other areas. Viktor Frankl talks about those who have a why can bear almost any how. And I think that we spend so much time focused on the how that we forget that if we just get so in alignment with our why, with our purpose, with our vision, it will do so much of the heavy lifting for us. We will be in alignment. Opportunities will be crystal clear. What we should be doing next and how and why. I ask, what would change for you if everything in your life was connected by a clear purpose? So let's talk about some actual approaches to creating harmony. Number one, for me, is vision casting. Vision casting is an exercise of identifying the version of you that aligns with your goals. It also is going to create a life where every part aligns with the common purpose. Vision casting was one of the tools that I discovered in the past few years that allowed me to move from juggling the separate priorities to a unified alignment, building a life by design, building a business worth owning, that both moving me towards my purpose and giving me true fulfillment. I want you to give a little thought, visualize your ideal life where each area of your life supports the other. And when you are in one area, you are focused and it has your full attention, and you're not having this illusion of control and balance. That is when we begin to feel out of control. When we are literally trying to be all things and do all things at the same time, right? We know that multitasking is an illusion. It's not reality. It is something we do out of habit, out of that not really being aligned with our true purpose and our vision, and not setting our lives up. And then some of you could be watching right now and say, well, I have this job and I need this job to pay for this and to do this and to do that. And I can't just go out there and be in the Dominican Republic and create a coaching business without any money like you, Jen. I have things to do. And I understand that. And so I am here to tell you that you create a purpose that works towards fulfillment no matter what, no matter how you earn your living or where you're at in that process. So going back to harmony means full attention to each area when it's time, trusting that each part of your life benefits when we are fully present with the task at hand. Imagine the impact of being fully engaged with your family without distractions. I can tell you I was very guilty as a realtor of having that phone with me nonstop. And I know it's not just realtors in the world that are doing that, where we cannot disconnect and we cannot just focus on what is most important right here now in front of us. I'll never forget when I was a team leader at Keller Williams, one of their values is family first. It's a beautiful value. But what would happen is agents would come into my office and they would actually use this as an excuse for not achieving their own deepest desires. Well, family first, right? Blah, blah, blah. And I'd say, okay, let me look at your calendar. They would show me their calendar and family wasn't anywhere in there. And then I would ask them to reflect on the time that they were with their family. Were they half in with their family and then the other half was feeling guilty because they were not focusing on work and they were not focusing on this? This is what ends up happening. Then we're not really purposeful and effective in any area of our life. Speaking of Keller Williams, one of the greatest things I ever got to witness was Gary Keller talking about the one thing. And in that, he talks about counterbalance. Counterbalance, and he says, he agrees, balance is bullshit, right? So counterbalance is going all in where needed, then shifting back and taking a break, fully stopping, going full throttle, and then stopping. This helps us to be flexible and responsive. However, being in harmony is a foundation of trust, knowing that when we are focused on one area, everything else is still connected by our purpose, because we have taken the time to make sure that everything that is important to us in our life, business, career, family, health, spirituality, adventure, playing guitar, whatever it is for you, is one vision with the one ultimate goal of becoming the best version of ourselves and living a life that is fulfillment. And we can do this through our businesses and through our career, especially those of you that feel stuck right now. I promise you that if you take the time to create this vision of who you want to be, not just those goals, who you become in the achievement of those goals. And we spend all of our time measuring those KPIs instead of measuring the routines and the things that fill us with positivity and joy and give us the proper energy so that we can give things our proper attention. And then we won't feel so out of control and we won't feel so depleted. When you're hyper-focused, you can trust that each part, each area in your life where you want to grow is supported through your consciousness because you have taken the time to look at the entire picture. There's no fear or scarcity, only flow. We're not sitting here focused on our business, worried about that I'm not spending enough time with my family, because we are taking the steps to make sure that when we are with our family, or when we are focused on our health, or when we are meditating, journaling, that we are giving our full attention So in some of these areas, it's going to be quality over quantity. We're just worried about quantity and being all things. And this is where the fear and the scarcity and the lack and the guilt and all of that starts to creep in. So some small steps that you can take towards harmony. And I love that word harmony. It actually just came to me. I can't even remember whose podcast I was on. And they said, no, I like to look at it as harmony. And it was like, boom, just all came together. And I love harmony. I love to sing. And I learned about harmony through my good friend Jen Vera a few years ago, and Rosie and all kinds of amazing singers. And that harmony is that underrated part of vocals where it brings it all together. The music, the vocals, the percussion, the harmony just is the heartbeat of a symphony, whether there's vocals or not. So harmony is built through small intentional choices, like distraction-free time with family, prioritizing self-care. Prioritizing self-care, I got this from Coach John Cheplack, love you, changed my life, taught me by prioritizing my self-care, I was going to be a better mother, a better coach, a better whatever it is that was important to me in my life. And then my coach, David Meltzer, love you, David, really taught me that when you are a giver, it is so important that we are able to receive even more than we give. And many of us in the business world, in the entrepreneur world, we are givers, but we're giving from a place of depletion. It is our job to prioritize that self-care and to be open to receiving, being in a state of gratitude and so grateful for everything that we have in this very moment, not just chasing the next thing where we don't even get to rest and enjoy this very moment. Having dedicated, focused, concentrated times for work. I've been doing 90-minute work blocks, and it's not always perfect. There are weeks where I get, it gets all thrown out of whack, and that's okay, because I know when I get back in line that I'm going to have these deep pockets of time, like being here right now, where I can do the beautiful work, the creative work, the working on my business, because I prioritized it. So what's one commitment you can make this week to live more in harmony? Maybe it's showing up fully in one area, and it's definitely taking the time to aligning each day with your purpose, with your passion, with your priorities. So I am hosting a vision casting workshop. This is my gift to you. I hope as many of you as possible can join me live. It's going to be December 4th. It is, I believe, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a free workshop. It is to help you align your life with your mission, your purpose, to be working towards fulfillment and to build a life that is harmonious, even when things get difficult. If I could give you even just half the circumstances that I am working through right now in my life that could be so easy, the whole world would be like, you know what, Jen, you should take a break, or you should do this, or you should do that. It's totally understandable. But yet I'm in a place where I feel more aligned, more free, more love, more joy than I ever have, even though it's sticky and complicated and difficult. There's more opportunity in front of me right now than there ever has been. And that has come from creating this harmony. So in this vision casting workshop, we're going to craft a vision where each part of our life aligns. And Jose, if you can put up the vision casting thing, if you haven't, but each part of our life will align with a common purpose where we are creating clarity and we are creating flow. Imagine going into 2025 with a roadmap that lets you live fully aligned with a powerful why. This is about creating a life where every part flows naturally. Harmony is not about perfect balance. It's trusting your purpose to guide every action. You will know instinctually where in your life, what parts of your life need your attention and your focus right now. Remember, Maslow said, what one can be, one must be. This, in that space, in the integrity gap of the version of yourself who you were meant to be and where you're at today, in that gap lies the joy, the creativity, and the fun, or lies the depression and the anxiety and the ruminating on not being good enough, not doing enough. And that all comes from just being scattered and not really identifying your purpose, your mission, your vision, and why you are here. And I promise you by the end of that workshop that you will have this clarity. It will also be available on replay. And I hope that you take this gift from me and get registered. I want to put this up because this is literally going to make the difference between having a harmonious year or having another year full of anxiety and fear and chasing and not being in love with your business. I don't know about you, but I want to be in love with my business. I want to feel like every day I'm waking up as a 6-year-old kid and going to Disney World. I had the most amazing experience on a podcast yesterday with Justin Breen. And this man lives fully in his purpose, really no F's given. And he is achieving success and abundance on such a high level. And he is literally 100% in tune to his intuition and his purpose and his fulfillment and living the most amazing life as a result of it. And it just inspired me. And I understand and know that this is maybe if you're in a career or in a position in life right now that is not perfect, I'm with you. There's absolutely nothing perfect in my life right now, but the clarity and the joy that I get from just being fully aligned and understanding who I am and why I'm here is allowing me to build a business that supports me as a human being growing into my full potential. All right, I'm going to get off my soapbox. So I hope that you guys register. Here is that link. And the other thing, you can also register for the Empower Hour if you just came across it so that you can get all the past replays. Justin is coming on as a guest next week. I can't wait. And I look forward to so many of you aligning yourselves to be the best version of yourself, but somebody who it's not a matter of keeping up with the Joneses, but a matter of finding the joy and the reason for life. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. Oh, I don't know if there was any questions. I don't think I saw any. Okay, I guess I went on a tangent. Have a great weekend. Love you guys. Oh, we do have a question. Sorry. Do you believe the concept of balance sets an unrealistic standard for leaders? And how can leaders shift the narrative to embrace harmony? Yeah, balance is absolutely an unrealistic standard. There's absolutely no way, unless all you're focused on is being balanced. But if you are only focused on being balanced, all your energy, all your effort is going into balance. It's not going into working on your business. It's not going into working on your health. It's not going into working on your spiritual practices. It's not going into creating adventures, whatever, right? Whatever those areas in your life, it's literally going to focusing on balance. When that person is on that tightrope, they are absolutely not thinking about anything else but making it across. So it is such an illusion, just like multitasking. It is not possible. I got lipstick on my teeth. It is not possible for us to truly thrive in the areas of life that we're going to identify in the vision casting workshop that we want to, that help us to be whole and to be living this beautiful life that we get to achieve our deepest desires. I mean, when I realized that regardless of all the success that I had earned the hard way, the industry leader, the community leader, running a very successful business, building it from around 30 million in production to nearly 300 million in production and growing it naturally. I did so many things right. I did so many things in such an amazing, accomplishment. I have no regrets. I'm proud of myself from where I came from and to what I built. But it all blew up because I did not align myself with my purpose, with my mission, and I neglected myself in this process. And by neglecting myself, I was also neglecting my family and really not showing up as the best version of myself in anything I was doing. So, and how can leaders make the shift, the narrative? How can leaders shift the narrative to embrace harmony? I would say the one thing to do is to really take the time to align yourself with your vision and your values, and make sure that every area in your life that you want to grow in is supporting this mission. And then you don't have to worry about balance. It's all going to take care of itself. Okay. I think that's it. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing weekend. Let's leave it on this slide for a minute or so. And once we're done, or 30 seconds. And love you guys.